You should see a little on air. Boom, we are live. You got that on live. There it is. What's going on, guys? I am Mr. Dials46, joined by my good buddy, Mr. Vinny, Mr. the Villain, dude. What's going on, Vinny?
Oh, not much.
All right, man. So here's the deal. Registration is going live tomorrow for our Operation Dark Zone held at the MAC in Lawson, Missouri. We've put kind of a rudimentary idea of what to expect. But the whole thing is we have a lot planned for this, and we're really excited about it. But I wanted to kind of surprise you guys and leave kind of, you know, the ace in the sleeve type thing, so I could just like blow your guys' socks off with our first op. But it being our first op, people are kind of skeptical, so I guess we should probably go ahead and spill the beans on some of the stuff. Am I right?
Get the deets out.
Get the sick deets out there, dude. That's right. So
no mosquitoes.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to take a couple minutes here, and we are going to share this video to our friends on Facebook and across the social media world. That way they can get some questions in as well. Hang tight, hang tight.
I will mute my shit.
Hell yeah, brother. It is not popping up yet. Can you go to my channel and see if that is an option? I'm going to check it out here.
Yep.
Okay. It's showing up on your end?
Yep. So it's live now.
Right on, dude. If you want to bust that all over KC real quick for our boys, and I'll start sharing.
Hang on, I have to do it over here on a different computer, or else we're gonna get echo.
Hell yeah, dude. And then I'll once it comes up on Facebook, I'll start sharing it on my end as well, and we will keep it going. So yeah, Operation Dark Zone.
I've been calling it OP Dizzy.
OP Diz, dude, is it's gonna be a 24-hour scenario, so it's gonna go from so essentially it's a 2-day event, but 24 hours in total. It's going to go over a span of 2 days. It's going to be noon Saturday to noon Sunday. There will be some cold time where we actually do take a break, just to encourage people to you know, get some rest or hydrate up or just get off their feet for a bit. But those dates right now are going to be July 16th, that Saturday, to July 17th, that Sunday, hosted at the MAC. That's in
16th.
No, 16th or 17th.
Is it?
Don't you say that to me right now. Hold on. Don't you do that. 16th, 17th. All right, that's what I thought. You don't say that, Vince.
16th, 17th.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Okay, let's see here. Have you put it up anywhere yet?
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Let me see if I can go to live streaming. It's streaming now. Hello?
All right.
I mean, the good thing is we don't have anybody watching, so that's pretty awesome.
I don't think that's necessarily the fact. Yeah, we got people.
Oh, 13.
Hello.
What's up, guys? Hey, feel free if you guys got any questions. If you plan on attending this op, or even if you don't, man, if you just have input or questions on what the hell is going on with Operation Dark Zone, make sure you guys put them in the comment section, and I will try to address them as we go along here. Okay, real quick, just to keep you guys updated, we are just getting this plugged on Facebook and some other social media outlets, so we can get everybody in the Kansas City area on the same page. All right, shared that one. We're gonna share it. Did you share it in KC groups? Sure.
Yeah, you already that.
Are you sharing them too? I'm sharing them too in all the Kansas City groups.
Yeah.
Whatever, man. We'll just saturate it. Sorry, fellas. Sorry, guys. Okay, and then one more share to the Intrigue Airsoft Facebook page. Hang on, hang on.
I need one button that I thunderclap. That's what we need to use. Thunderclap.
What'd you just call me, dude?
Thunderclap. You connect all of your social media accounts for it, and you post one message, and it blasts out to all of them.
You don't say that.
I do.
Okay. Okay. Right on, man. All right, let me double check one more thing, and we're going to get right into the meat and taters of what the hell this is all about. That's weird that's not popping up on my end for, like when I go to my channel, it's not popping up.
If you do that, it's going to get...
They probably do that for a reason, right?
Yeah. Okay,
so I'm just going to the live streaming section of like the Creator Studio, and I hope I'll be able to answer everyone's comments from inside that little option there, I think.
If not, I got it up.
Word up. I said hello to my friends out there in chat. Let me make sure this is enable live chat, automatically block spam messages. Looks good to me. Okay, maybe there's just a delay on it. Anyways, all right, man. So let's do this. So one more time, Operation Dark Zone. It's going to be a scenario simulation, July 16th through July 17th, Saturday to Saturday. So Saturday at noon to Sunday to noon. You will be required to bring your own field sustaining items such as a sleeping bag, tent if you want to sleep inside something, your own food, your own water, things like that. Everything that you're going to need to stay in the field for 24 hours. So snacks, toilet paper, baby wipes, snickerdoodles, all that kind of stuff. It's not going to be as intense as like what you might expect from a milsim operation, but you are going to be having a campsite that your faction will be staying at and that you'll be using as your respawn and your safe zone as well. So it's going to be kind of a dual purpose type thing. What else, man? Vince, you got anything you want to throw at me? You just want me to free float this, dude? You just want me to go, and then you just want me to go, and then we can kind of refine it.
Yeah, you go, and I'll fill in my blanks.
Right on, man. And the reason Vince is joining me, number one, he's a good-looking dude. Number two, he's got some pretty good questions. Number three, he's been chomping at the bit a lot, trying to find out what the hell's going on with this op. So, like I said earlier, man, this being our first op under the Intrigue Airsoft label, I wanted to leave a lot of things to surprise you guys, kind of blow your socks off and leave you walking away with like that wow factor. But at the same time, with this being our first op, there's a little bit of hesitation, a little bit of skepticism out there. So I want to make sure that you guys know that we know exactly what we're doing. And then what we're trying to do is make sure that you guys are having fun. So, boom, Operation Dark Zone. If you haven't figured it out by now, it's going to be pretty, I would say loosely, but it's not even loosely. It's pretty much based on the video game. What's that game called?
The Division.
That's it, The Division. it's a good game.
Tom Clancy's
something.
Yeah,
like it's a siege or something. No, so it's based on the video game, the Division, which is an awesome game. When I first started playing it, I don't play a lot of video gamers. I'm not a gamer by nature, but I did get this one because it was one of those ones that I was anticipating. With all the trailers coming out for E3 and stuff. It was one of those games that I really was interested in, based on the campaign, on the storyline of the video game. So when it came out, dude, it was everything I'd hoped it would have been, and it was just awesome. So yeah, it's gonna be based on the Division, and this is kind of how it's gonna work. It's kind of weird, like obviously it's real. It's kind of a gray area, like, oh, you're gonna base it on a video game. Yeah, that sounds great, but if you know
kind
what
of
you
a
do,
dark zone.
Correct. Yeah, it's a pretty good game, man. It's really fun. I like the storyline, and I just like the kind of play. And how it translates, and how we translated it into an Airsoft, into a scenario simulation. So, yeah, so basically there's going to be two main factions, right? So you're going to have your SHD, which is basically going to be your agents, okay? And they're going to be required to wear absolutely no camouflage at all. So civilian clothes encouraged 100%. Jeans, plaid t-shirts, cargo pants, whatever. Stay away from the camo as much as you can. Now, as far as gears, vest, and helmet color, things like that, top covers, That's not going to matter. But, you know, if you're trying to go for the whole SHD agent look, a beanie or a ball cap or something like that, it's an awesome way to go as well. So, yeah, obviously you guys know the story of the agents. You know, they're kind of a sleeper cell set up by a Homeland Division and Division of Homeland Security, and they're kind of there to restore order. So we thought, well, who are they going to fight? You know what I mean? Because in the computer game, you're fighting, and in the video game, you're fighting everybody. So, and the other thing is not everybody's going to want to dress up as a civilian. You know what I mean? We spend a lot of money on our kit, you know, cry or die type stuff. A lot of guys got, you know, their JPCs, other real airframes, or, you know, they
tier one or tier none.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So we wanted to make sure that those guys have a, you know, an outlet as well. So on this hand, you got SHD agents, and then they're going to be fighting the LMB, the Last Man Battalion. And as in the Division video game, LMB is like super hardcore. They're paramilitary guys. You know, they were left in New York by the government. They got called in to support the military and try to, you know, quell the situation in New York. But ultimately, they were left there in New York when everyone backed out. Everything fell apart, whatever. You know, they said they got left there, but I think everything just kind of fell apart, and they're kind of pouting about it. But the cool thing is LMB is going to be a great outlet for the guys with the full loadouts. So the way it's going to work is I believe we do have camo limitations. We would like to see multicam as much as possible. And I believe we said M81. I think
three-color desert,
3-color desert, something like that.
UCP, Marpart.
Yeah,
no red.
No red. Yeah, and that goes to the agents as well. No red. So yeah, mostly modern or as modern as you can camouflage. The thing about that though is, so okay, you said, well, how are you going to tell the teams apart? How are you going to have your IFS so they're not smoking the shit out of their friendly teammates? So obviously you're going to have your civilian clothing for your agents, and you're going to have your agent type patch. We kind of did our own twist on their patch because I didn't want to get sued by Ubisoft. so we've kind of got a commemorative Op Dark Zone patch for the SHD guys. It's similar to that, but we put our own twist on it to make it unique. And then for the LMB guys, instead of a patch, you guys are actually going to get a T-shirt, which is pretty cool. And we're still debating on whether it's going to be long sleeve or short sleeve. We're thinking it's going to be like a charcoal gray in color, and it's going to have your LMB logo. So LMB on the sleeve, and then the skull, the cow skull emblem that is the LMB logo on the other sleeve. So no matter what camouflage you guys are going to have, it's going to be awesome because you're going to have camouflage bottoms, and I'm sure you guys are going to have your fast helmets, your ops cores, you know, all that high-speed, fast gear stuff. And then all the LMB guys are going to be with a gray top underneath their vest or plate carrier or whatever. So I think it's going to be really cool. It's going to be sick looking, dude. I think it'll definitely be easy to identify who's who. So, okay, that's your two main factions. Boom, got that. Talked about that enough. There's also going to be some other factions out there that are going to be kind of helping out the game flow and kind of going to where they need to go to keep things fun, to keep things spicy. So that's going to be, there's going to be a squad of cleaners out there, and there's going to be a squad of Rikers out there. Now, cleaners, they're kind of in sanitation uniforms, and the video games have flamethrowers. Obviously, we're probably not going to be using a lot of flamethrowers. This being Airsoft, but then you got the Rikers, and they're like escaped convicts from Rikers prison, so they're going to be in orange jumpsuits. So the two squads out there, there's going to be squads of 5 or 6 for the Rikers and for the cleaners, and they're going to be out there kind of messing around with everybody. Not only that, but when you so I'll get back into that again here in a bit. The cool thing about those other factions, though, is again, it's going to keep things entertaining. If the agents are getting their asses kicked, or if LMB's getting their asses kicked, it'll be easy to balance the game out with that third element of kind of the computer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The
computer role. So, what do you think so far, Vince?
The game balancing, yes, keeping it balanced. And going back to the factions, you know, we see it at big events all the time, where you have people skirting the line of tan or green camo. So having distinguished not camo and camo,
yeah,
I think is going to play
it's
very well.
It's pretty solid. Yeah, absolutely. You know, there's like the event I was at this last weekend. It was multicam, basically, or tan versus green, or M81 versus civilian, and it was pretty intense. It was pretty nuts. It was pretty hot, so people started shedding their outer layers. And then, of course, as soon as people start taking off their jackets and their blouses and their combat tops, everyone looks like a freaking civilian, and it was nuts. So, yep. In this case, it's going to be pretty solid. You're going to have a T-shirt that's going to be super distinguishable, or you're not. You're going to have a patch, and you're going to look like a civilian. So it's a no-brainer, man. It's pretty straightforward.
And I
Okay,
like the
so
idea of a
yeah,
long sleeve because people that want to cover up their arms, you got that option. People that want to do the
I'm thinking
operator
so
cut,
too.
people that want to
Yeah,
do short sleeves.
there's going to be a little bit of poison. You know, you get out there in the woods, poison ivy, ticks, and things. It's after all, it's
That
a
never happens out there.
no. But you know, if you're inside the buildings, you're pretty much fine. But those guys that want to crawl around, yeah, definitely, we might do the long sleeve option. There's been some guys that are complaining about wearing long sleeve T-shirts in the thick of summer, a cotton T-shirt in the thick of summer,
Come play paintball with me, please.
or you know, just stop being like that. Okay, so right. Okay, so game starts. Boom. How's it going to work? So we've already told you guys that you're going to be getting your T-shirt or your patch, depending on what faction you're going to be on. Also, ammo is going to be inclusive into that ticket price. So we're going to be covering you on ammo as well. And you're like, oh my God, ammo, how's that going to work? Well, if you guys are familiar with events, you'll be issued bags of 500 to 600 round BBs, right? And they'll give it to you. It kind of trickles down from platoon to squad leaders, and the squad leaders hand it out to you. Kind of like that is what we're doing, but going to be different. The whole theme of the division is kind of a post-apocalyptic type thing. Ammunition, food, things like that. Everything's kind of a running short. You know what I mean? So everything's kind of at a premium. So in this case, we're probably going to have bags of 200 to 300 rounds. Okay, yeah, even less. But here's the deal: don't let that turn you off. I would say the way to plan on it, as far as magazines go, definitely mid caps. You probably want to stay away from high caps on this because it's going to be imperative with the limited amount of BBs that you definitely want to get as many BBs out of your magazine as possible. And if you guys are using high caps are usually going to leave 20 or 30 in there after you wind them up. So I would say mid caps or low caps is the way to go for this one. And it's not like they're all going to be filled, you know what I mean? But that's definitely, you don't want to end up putting your 200 BBs into a high cap and then, you know, only getting 3/4 of your BBs out of it. So anyways, how's that
How many
going to work?
mags are you going to recommend?
Well, honestly,
Standard rifle, dude. Right?
so yeah, dude. Honestly, I would say 4 or 5. You should be pretty set up. You should be pretty set up there. So how's it gonna work? Okay, so initially game kicks off noon. We'll get there with the safety brief going. We'll get everybody set up. There's gonna be a little bit of time allocated for you guys to set up your camps. And ideally, we're gonna have a menu kind of out there. Not a menu, but just kind of a refresher of a list, a poster going over all of the quick rules and things. There's a lot of moving parts to this, but as long as everyone's on the same page, it's going to be a lot of fun. And we've tried to dumb it down as much as possible to where you don't have to overthink, and it gets kind of squirrely. So you're going to be issued. Everyone's going to be issued BBs initially to go out. Okay. There's going to be boxes out there. They're going to be bright. I wish I had one with me. I don't. I'll start putting pictures out here soon though. There's going to be about 10 of these brightly safety yellow spray painted boxes out there with removable lids, the little Rubbermaid tubs. It's got a biohazard symbol on it, okay? And you open those up, right? And those are going to be circulating throughout the whole field. They're going to be moving. Admins are going to be out there moving around, you know, all the time. Also, admins are going to kind of out there playing the role of civilians as well. So we'll be out there messing with you guys. You guys can interact with us as well as we'll be helping keeping the game moving along. So the box is out there, right? You come across one, so you open it up. It might have a bag of BBs in it, right? It might have 200 or 300 BBs in there. It might have an Enola Gay smoke bomb in it, right? That's pretty awesome. It might have a little flashlight in it, a little LED flashlight, because, you know, that's cool too. It might have a ice cold bottle of Coca-Cola or ice cold bottle of water or something. You know what I mean? Just like something awesome. Like you open up a box, you're like, well, that's cool. I'm going to put that in my pouch.
Exactly.
So not only that,
Loot.
that's right. It's loot. You're looting. You're scavenging, man. So yeah, pretty easy to go by. So that's not the only way you're getting BBs. The other way you're allowed to get BBs is the factions that are out there, the non-playable factions. So there's going to be the Rikers and the Cleaners. When you hit them, they go down for 5 minutes. And then instead of having the whole option, we're like, oh, search me. You got, can I search you? Can I get your patches? Blah, blah, blah. We're not doing all that crap. So a Riker or a Cleaner gets hit. They're dead. They're going to take a knee or lay down, and they're just going to hold up. They're just going to hold up whatever they have. So they're going to get hit and just hold up a bag of BBs or whatever they have on them, okay? And you got 5 minutes to get to their dead body and scavenge the loot off them. So you're either finding BBs in the boxes or you're hitting those guys up to find BBs. Furthermore, the namesake of the game, we're calling Operation Dark Zone, right? So I'd like to get at least 2 Dark Zone sessions in there. And the way we're going to incorporate this is instead of having an area that's the Dark Zone, we're just going to light off some, and there's, okay, before I get too far as well, OMB, it's a gun range and store in Olathe, Kansas. A lot of my friends.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, shout out OMB, what's up? They're sponsoring the event. We're going to have a lot of other sponsors and raffles as well, too. But the cool thing about OMB sponsoring is they're a real steel gun store, and they're going to allow us to, they're going to have guys out there that are bringing out some blank firing rifles. So we're going to have a blank firing Barrett 50 cal out there. We're going to have some blank firing M4s out there, full auto. As well as we're going to have some badass fireworks for special effects, ambiance in the background, as well as we'll have some flares and caution taped off areas. We'll have some flares and barrel fires. So when the nighttime does come, it's still going to be pretty lit up. And also we chose that weekend, the 16th and 17th of July, because it's the most bright weekend of that month. So there's going to be a lot of ambient moonlight out there, as well as the barrel fires and flares and fireworks and blank fire. It's going to be insane, dude. It really is, man. It really is. So the way we're going to do the dark zone thing, so instead of having like just a dark zone building or a dark zone area, we're just going to get on the bullhorn and then we'll, probably light off a shitload of fireworks and put some rounds off. We're going to say, dark zone now progress. Dark zone's probably going to last about 15 to 20 minutes. And how it's going to work is we're going to have little plastic gold coins, probably be about 100 of them. Now, remember, players are capped at 80 players right now, so it's probably going to be about 100 coins out there. It's like the plastic Mardi Gras coins, the fake bullion pirate coins, and we're going to throw those around. And so how it's going to work is there's going to be a dark zone, like black market table at each of your campsites, each of your safe zones. So when the dark zone's over, when the dark zone period is over, there will be an admin over there, so you can turn your coins in for things on the menu, right? So one coin's going to get you a bag of BBs. 2 coins is going to get you a bottle of pop or water or something like that, something delicious. 3 coins is going to get you an Enola Gay flashlight or something like that. You know what I mean? Something cool. So the coins are redeemable. So that's another way that you're going to be able to get BBs. And then there's so much like stuff in the background too. So like, say somebody brings a saw gun out. Is there enough BBs for that? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, does everybody want to contribute? Like, here's 50 BBs for the saw. Everyone gives them 50 BBs. Is that going to be beneficial for the whole team? Is it selfish? I don't know. That's something you guys have to figure out. Ideally, I would say everyone brings some kind of battle rifle. Pistol's probably a good way to go as well. With the limited ammo, it's actually going to be pretty efficient. A 3-round burst tri-shot shotgun, that's actually going to be pretty efficient too, as far as BBs go. So those are all things to start thinking about with the limited ammo. The limited ammo kind of brings like a whole different spectrum to the game, man. It adds a whole different feel to it. So yeah, that's basically the way you're going to be getting your ammos and things like that. What else is going on, man? So during all that, during all this chaos, we're going to try to get in at least 2 dark zone periods during the night, because that's just awesome. Oh yeah, also in dark zone, the big thing is you got to remember is you got to get your coins safely back to your respawn where the black market table's at, right?
So what happens if you get hit?
You see where I'm going with that? If you get hit, you got to stop there, okay, until the end of the dark zone, right? And so somebody else can come get your coins off you.
Friendly or foe. Friendly
or foe, right? So that's the deal. So it's going to be, it could piss a lot of people off, or it could be really awesome. It's probably going to be really awesome if you're smoking friendlies and still coins, but it's going to be super intense no matter what. I think the secret is just kind of like buddy up to some guys. You know what I mean? Like, hey guys, we got to stick together, brothers. You know what I mean? It's me and you, amigo. Like, and then,
you can lean on my back and I'll lean on yours.
And then, like, right before you walk back in the respawn, like, all right, everybody got their coins. Okay, brothers, good job. And then just light them all up, dude. So it's going to be super interesting for sure. But again, that's not the whole focus of the game. Those dark zone periods are going to only last for 15 to 20 minutes. So it's going to be chaos, man. And we're going to make sure that it's chaotic as hell with the ambiance of the blank firing and the fireworks and the special effects and things like that. So that's that, man. And then while all that's going on, dude, there's going to be fragos as well. There's going to be your side missions, right? Just like the game. So there's going to be 7 orange cases out there, and they're going to be heavier. It's probably going to be ammo cans. They're going to be weighted. And each faction, LMB or SHD, is required to bring 3 of these cans back to their safe zone, their spawn, their camp. You got to bring 3 of the 7 back, and that's going to open up a side mission. And how that's going to work is, obviously, we're going to go over to a building, and it's going to be a contaminated zone. So people are going to be asked to leave. It's now a contaminated zone. We're going to caution tape off all the exits, all the windows, except for the ones that we're using to go in and out of. We're going to use one of the factions, the Rikers or the Cleaners, and they're going to set up in there. So it's going to be like a weapons catch, disposal type thing, or a hostage rescue. Someone's going to be chained up in a chair. You're going to have to go with bolt cutters, eliminate hostiles, get the HVT out of there type thing. So that's going to be going on as well. And ideally, we'd like to make sure that each team, they'll be sending in probably squads of 10 from each team. So, we can get through fairly at a fast rate, but it's still going to be enough to be fun for everybody. Ideally, I'd like to see each team get 2 fragos before the event's over as well. So we got all that going on too. So if you're not out there in the dark zone, or if you're not out there fighting against the Rikers or the Cleaners or the LMB or the Agents, depending on what faction you're on, you might be doing a frago, dude. There's going to be a lot of moving parts, but I think the way it's going, it's pretty dumbed down to where it's going to be pretty easy to figure out, and there'll be enough admins out there to make sure it helps out as well. What do you think?
I like it. How is like the command structure going to work for each squad or each faction?
Right. So with us calling this, so that's the big thing too. So we're not calling this a military simulation by any means. It's not. We're calling it a scenario sim. And the big point of that is that the whole structure thing, I think that we will definitely encourage you guys to have some kind of squad out there. I think it'll be beneficial towards you. But some of the theme of
it's multiplayer. Figure it out yourself.
That's another thing as well. Yeah, that's another thing as well. So we'll probably get some. We'll probably make some dedicated pages to each faction, leading into the event. So with all the registered players from each faction, so you guys can talk amongst each other. Obviously we're going to throw it out there. Hey, you guys might want to start a squad. If you want to start a squad, come with me. But there's definitely going to be lone wolves out there, and I don't want to rain on their parade. So if you're one of those guys that, I don't want to fall in line, dude, I just want to, I'm a team player, but I definitely don't want to be yelled at by some guy I don't know that, some milsim, civilians yelling at other civilians to be better BB warriors. You know what I mean? It's cool, dude. So if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to get yelled at by some guy, dude, then you can do your own thing too, and you're still going to matter. You're still going to count for sure. So, yeah, we'll definitely start leading into that. And if you guys want to do the squads, it'll definitely be available to you. But it's not going to be a mandatory thing. In the end, I'm sure for the most part, people will probably want to squad up. I think what we'll end up doing is making like a squad for everyone that doesn't want to be in a squad. You know what I mean? Like, so we know these guys are wanting to be shitheads and do hood rat stuff, so we'll just let them do that.
The point system. How's the game going to be determined? Who's the winner? Who's the loser?
Sure. So obviously it's going to be kind of a hard variable. With everything going on to keep track of points. Definitely in the fragos and the side missions, we'll definitely be able to keep track of point systems there. That'll be based on time and, friendlies down, KIA type stuff, and objectives completed, if there's primary and secondary objectives. I think the other way we might grade it as well, as far as the point system goes, is how many coins get turned in after a dark zone period. That could be another way. And then outside of that, it might come down to us asking the other factions of the Rikers and the Cleaners to kind of keep track of who's squad wiping them the most type thing. Other than that, the clear objective, whose wins, what's the objective here? Well, it goes with the division theme. You're trying to restore order. You're trying to dominate the area. And is it going to happen? I mean, that's the beauty.
Right.
That's
so there's no, hey, X building has to be captured at 1,300 hours, or you lose the points. So it's very open-ended.
Right. And there might be something like, so the only time you're going to come into those like timed objective type things is when you're doing a side mission. So again, side missions are going to be the most heavily scored, or the best option to score a win for either faction. But yeah, outside of that, dude, I just want to make sure, our biggest thing is it's going to be a fun and I just want people to walk away and know that they had a good time, dude. Like the cool thing about the ammo is it's one of those stupid things that you kind of take for granted. You know what I mean? You come in there with a bottle of BBs or whatever, your speed loaders. But like once everybody's on that same page where everyone's only got 200, 300 BBs, 400 BBs, you know what I mean? Like
you're evening the playing field.
Yeah, it's insane, dude. You got to pick your shots. You know what I mean? It's definitely intense, dude. So you got that whole factor going on. You got the blank fire going on, dude. Once lights go down, and the cool thing about this weekend too is so far the almanac is saying it's going to be mid 80s during the day and then drop down to the mid 60s at night. So it's going to be pretty nice playing temperatures for July for sure, dude. The other thing I'm getting here too is a lot of guys are asking me. We're doing an 18 and older event on this one. Reason being is because of the variables that we have out there for the special effects, the pyrotechnics, the blank fire, and the fires and everything like that.
Yeah, you don't want minors out there.
Right. It's kind of a tricky situation, dude. I know a lot of these guys, a lot of these young cats are in Kansas City that I know are responsible. You know what I mean? Like I know that they're not stupid. Hell, I think they're more responsible than some of the older guys I know. But talk to me in private, and we'll see what we can do. You know, if I know you personally, as long as somebody can sign off for you type thing, we'll figure it out. But as far as I'm concerned right now, it's an 18 and older. It's an 18 and older event, just due to the nature of everything that's going on. So, yeah, man, that's about it, dude. Do you think I covered everything? You got any questions? What do you think?
Price range. What are we looking at?
So there it is, dude. Let me ask you, what do you think this op is worth? Now, remember, ammo's included. You might find an Enola Gay out there. You know what I mean? I think that's freaking awesome. I don't know why people don't do that.
Yeah, no, I think so as well.
You're getting either a T-shirt or a patch. You know what I mean? And as well as like the special effects and everything, dude. Like it's going to be an experience. What do you think this op should be priced at? Honestly,
I'd easily pay $100, $150.
Okay. That's pretty. I like to hear that. But we are going to be pricing this one at $58. Boom.
58. Nice.
58. Yeah. So we wanted to, dude, we're trying to keep it as low as we can. We're not trying to make money off this. You know, money for our trouble is awesome, obviously. You know, if I could have some beer drinking money, that's great. But with our first event, dude, we want to make sure that this just is like the bee's knees. We want to make sure we kill it, dude. We want to make sure that it's affordable. Dude, like some of these ops that are like, you know, up to the $200 price range before you make the 10-hour travel plus room and food and all that. I mean, it just kills you, dude. You know, you gotta be living pretty well to attend a lot of these ops, dude, or be single and no kids, stuff like that, which some of us aren't.
So what are the timetables looking like? When to arrive at the field? Obviously, you got Stardex, Index.
Yes. So the thing is Saturday noon is going to be kickoff. We need everybody to be ready on the field at noon. With us going noon to noon, dude, so the hottest part of that Saturday is not going to hit until about 4 or 5 o'clock, you know what I mean? So we're going to kind of take our time, dude. We're going to do separate briefings. So once you get on the field at noon, everyone's required to be on the field at noon. No going back to your car. You need to take everything out to your campsite, okay? We'll do individual briefings for each faction out there in your own campsites. And we'll probably start, I would like to get playing by about 1:30. And we'll start filling it out. Obviously, like I said, it's going to be one of the hottest parts of the day. So I think everyone's going to be kind of pushing it, trying to get kind of a foothold type thing. Scouting out the area, kind of getting a feel for the game, you know, start scavenging some of these boxes type thing, getting to some firefights with some of the factions out there. And I think the real fun's not going to start to kick off until sundown, around, you know, that 7, 8 o'clock, dude, is when it's going to start getting really fun. Yes, dusk. That's it. So that's the time frame, man. And then we're just going to, you know, we'll probably end up going cold, probably somewhere around noon to 3 a.m., noon to 4 a.m. type thing, just to encourage everyone to,
Midnight, 3 a.m., midnight, 4 a.m.?
Yeah, I think so. What do you think?
Not noon to 3 a.m.
No, is that what I said? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, the whole first day the site's cold. Just sit at your campsite, and we'll tell you when we're playing. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, no, midnight.
Like a random pickup game.
Yeah, dude. Midnight to 3 or midnight to 4 is what we're thinking, just to encourage everyone to get some shut-eye and stop moving and just kind of drink some water and chill out for a minute and give everyone, give the admins a chance to reset everything so we can make sure that we end the day with a big boom as well. So,
yeah.
Boom. That's about
BBs,
it.
what kind of weight?
Yes,
BBs?
we have gotten that as well. So what I'm thinking is there's a big divide. So what I've seen in the past is, usually people that use .20s are okay with using .25s and vice versa. You know what I mean? If I use a 2.0, I'll use a 2.5. That's fine. But then you have the other scheme of guys, and this is what I found from selling the BBs at Intrigue Airsoft Pro Shop. And then you'll have the other guys that if I'm out of 28s, they'll settle for 25s, but they won't go any lower. You know what I mean? That's the lowest they'll go.
Right.
So I'm really thinking what we'll probably do is have 2 weights of BBs out there, and we'll definitely mark the packages, which will be another cool thing about the game. So like, you know, you can go up to be like, hey, what kind of BBs do you have? Can I swap you out? Blah, blah, blah. But I think we're going to go with 2 5s and 2 8s and call it good.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid. I think that's pretty solid. So.
You get some George Clooney's in there, man.
What?
Some .12s, some George Clooney's.
Some George Clooney's. What do you call them, George Clooney's?
Ocean's 12.
Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we'll just throw some .12s out there, dude. Just have them blow up in your face. So it should be pretty awesome. So that's it, man. Yeah, registration is going to be going live mañana.
Where at? Where can we go to register?
Whoa. Wouldn't you like to know? Let me double check here real quick because I am building it tonight.
Right now, actually, do you know HTML?
Okay, the website's back up live. I actually had to renew my domain the other day. I didn't realize it was down. So
fuck, I should have bought it.
Yeah, god damn it. No, there was a placeholder on it, so you couldn't have got it anyways. But it'll be at intrigueairsoft.com, and I'll make sure it's super easy to find. I'll have a link from the front page to it, and there'll just be an event page that you'll go to, and you'll pick your faction. You'll if you're going to be LMB, if you're going to be last man battalion, you'll pick your t-shirt size, and then I'll probably have an option there to say your preferred weight of BB. That'll help me kind of gauge how many 2.5s and how many 2.8s we should have. Yeah, so
you know what? Take the 2.5s and the 2.8s, put it in one bucket, and just shake it up. Yeah, anarchy.
But the other what else, man? So. This is going to be an awesome event to have a tracer suppressor for a tracer unit. I mean, it's gonna be awesome out there for sure.
So the tracer rounds can be an option then.
Right. So that's the question. What do you think, man? Do you have a tracer unit?
I do not personally. I've got friends that do, and
I think
baller. I just have not invested in one.
How about this? How about this as a kind of a static option, man? I will make sure that glow-in-the-dark BBs are available, but I don't think it's going to be something that's going to be a scavengeable option out there. I think maybe we'll have it back. That's something maybe redeemable for the coins you find or something like that. So we'll make it kind of a premium type offering.
Yeah, that's smart.
So that's about it, man. You think we got it covered all?
Air options. What about people running HPA systems or anything like that?
For that's going to be on you guys. I don't plan on having any HPA filling stations out there, unfortunately. To be honest, I mean, we know maybe 6, 7, 8 people that have HPA, so I don't think it's a big enough thing for me to invest in quite yet. If I do get a lot of people asking about it, it might be something we'll look into, maybe getting some tanks out there. I know a couple buddies that have some tanks. Maybe I can kind of twist their arm and see if I can bring them out there for you guys.
With the way you're talking about the actual engagements, it doesn't sound like people are going to be blowing through their tanks over the course of a 24-hour op.
Yeah, I don't think so either, man. I mean, what's a big, like, what is it, 80 bottle, Ninja bottle? Was it 40 or I don't know. I'm not a fan.
Like a 68, 4,500 PSI.
Yeah, like how many can you get out of the average size?
Out of BBs? I don't know. I don't know BBs. I know you can get a couple of games of paintball in with that.
Okay. So you definitely get a cut. Thanks for that, Vince. Thanks
so hang on. Let's round that out. So let's say about 4,000 rounds of paintball rounds.
Okay, so you should definitely be, and that's pushing it. Okay, you should be fine for airsoft. That'll definitely get you through the event.
Yeah, if you fill up the tank, you should be.
Yeah.
All right.
So there it is, guys.
If not, then you're gonna have to figure that out. That's gonna be a part of your game.
Right, yeah, bring a couple tanks. Most of the HPA guys that we know, they bring a couple tanks anyways just to be safe. So I would definitely recommend if you're doing HPA, bring a couple tanks. But as we get closer to the event, if you guys are concerned about it, definitely voice out about it, and I'll see if we can't get a couple big tanks out there type thing. So that is it, man. Operation Dark Zone. Going to be
one last thing. One last thing. Chrono. What's the FPS limit we're doing?
So we're just going, since it's going to be at the MAC, we're just using the MAC rule. So it's going to be 400 feet per second for outdoors, 350 for indoors type thing. So 350 is going to be the key, man. If you guys have the all-around gun, 350 is definitely the way to go at the MAC for sure. I've had some guys asking about heavyweight BBs for DMR, sniper rifle type things. I would say since we're going to be doing a lot of this at dark, I would stay away from the DMRs and sniper rifles. Don't bring your sniper rifles. I'm going to say that. Don't bring your sniper rifles. Don't bring your DMRs. It's going to be dark, okay? So unless you're running like an IR scope type thing, there's not really going to be a place for your gun out there. Furthermore, it's going to be dark. I don't want you getting inside that medium engagement distance and popping somebody at 20 feet. And, you know, we have to do a blind man so I can pull a fucking .28 out of somebody's neck or something. So it's just not going to be a fun game for you anyways. It might be. You know, definitely bring a pistol. If you want to do some day sniping, I mean, with the limited ammo, it could be fun for sure. But once night comes around, your DMR is going to be pretty much pointless. So there it is, man.
I think that's all I got, man.
All right, dude. Well, I'm going to take us out, guys. Registration will open tomorrow, mañana. Hope to see you guys out there. What's that? ETA? Oh, I'm probably shooting for about noon tomorrow, noonish. I'll make sure I'll blow up everything, man. You guys will definitely see when it's open for sure. If you follow us on Facebook. If you don't, make sure you do Intrigue Airsoft on Facebook. Instagram, I'll put a post out there as well. So you guys will see it for sure. Yeah, $58, dude. Yep.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
$58 is going to be the fee for everything. It's going to include your... Dude, I didn't get any comments. Did you? Is there anybody trying
I am going through the comments right now. That's what I stopped talking about.
Yeah, good call. Let's see if we can answer some guys out there. See what they're saying. See what's
Q&A time. Do it. Go.
Yeah, anybody got any questions? Shoot them out if you got them, or forever hold your peace, man. I think we covered a lot of this stuff, to be honest, dude. That was a pretty solid...
Bunch of chatty Cathys.
Is that what's going on? Yeah, again, I can't see it. So this is all you, brother man. Anybody? Anybody said anything? You see anything?
I'm trying to catch up here.
All right, update. We will have...
Why only 18? We covered that. Why only 18? Because of all of the moving parts and blank firing and fragos and...
Right. It's not us being a dick, guys. It's literally comes down to an insurance thing.
Yeah.
I would rather get sued by you than by your parents, and usually it looks better when you get sued. So, yeah, it's just that's strictly an insurance thing on that, guys. It's not us trying to be a dick, dude. I got a lot of 18 and younger friends, dude, that I love playing airsoft with. I wish we could get you all out there, but on this one, it's going to be a little tricky. In the future, you know, depending on how this goes, this is definitely something that we'll rethink again, depending on the feedback we get on this. And in the future, we'll definitely try to incorporate, the younger cats out there, man, because I got love for you guys. Not me trying to be a dick. It's just the way it is with insurance, man. I do got an update from Mr. Greg Patches at the MAC. He does say that there will be some large tanks to charge fills out there. So there you go.
Nice.
There you go, man. So we will have an HPA,
I run an HPA gun. Yeah.
Do you? Yeah. Why are you even concerned about that? But yeah, we will have. Well, and the other cool thing is that the Rikers and the cleaners, they're not limited on ammo, so they're going to be going through a lot of BBs.
Right.
Some of those guys on those factions run HPA, so I bet they're already planning ahead anyway. So.
How about melee weapons? We didn't address melee weapons. If we're going off of MAC rules, same story there.
What do they say with the MAC rules? It's just a touch type thing, no throwing.
Touch, yeah, no throwing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No verbal surrenders, no bang kills. Right.
Oh, hang on. Something we didn't address at all. Medic rules. What are our medic rules?
So similar to what we've seen in the past, we're going to do, so during normal play, we're going to do a 5-minute bleed out with 1 infield respawn until you got to go back, okay? And most likely there's probably, if you bleed out and go back, there's probably going to be like a 10-minute wait before you're able to go back in. So 1 on-field respawn. And then dark zone, this is where it's going to get kind of tricky, so the admins are going to be out there helping you out as much as possible. Dark zone, when you're hit, you're hit. Boom, 1 life.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
And how are we medicing? We doing the ace bandage?
We're doing ace bandage. Yeah, we're going to do ace bandage stuff, dude. Yeah. All right.
Kind of the AMS style 4 feet.
Yeah, ace bandage, hands-on if we have to. It's always nice to see the ace bandage so you know who's been hit, who hasn't. I'm going to say ace bandage for now.
Yeah,
for sure.
I would agree with that.
And we'll throw that out there because I think that's the only thing that really differs from some of the usual MAC rules. I think MAC usually just does hands-on. So I would like to see the ace bandages out there just to help us understand who's hit and who's not. So there it is, man.
Let's see.
Anybody else chiming in?
We got people asking if this is going to be an annual thing.
I definitely would like to make it an annual thing. I think that even besides the hype of the video game, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's still like a super fun.
Just the game structure alone. You put a theme on a game structure and
right.
And
then the
dark zone. Yeah.
The really cool thing, side note, man, is like we were talking about doing some kind of post-apocalyptic game and having like a third faction of like crazy, like steampunked out fucking nutty guys, like Borderland type stuff. Right. And then this game came out that I kind of forgot about, man, because they've been advertising the Division for like a year, and it came out, and I was playing it, and I was like, Jesus Christ, this is like everything that I was kind of thinking. Like it has all the moving parts, man. So I just kind of took it and went. So
grenades. That was a question. Here's my opinion on grenades. If it does what it's supposed to do, it's a kill, right? So if it's a R2D2,
right,
it's one of the new cyclone ones. If it disperses BBs and you actually get hit by a BB, it is a hit. If
we're
it's
we're gonna call Greg Patches Smith right now.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure how the Mac runs that one. Honestly, I think Thunderbeast counts as a kill. Gregory,
so.
Hello. Hey, you're live, man. Hey, you're live in the hangout right now. We're basically just using Mac rules on a lot of this stuff. But as far as the frag kills, do Thunderbeast count as a kill, or is it just a distraction?
We count those as kills. Like if you get a grenade that so Thunderbeast and say tornadoes, even if they throw a BB, they don't contact you as long as a grenade does what it's supposed to do inside of a room. That's a kill.
Okay, so a room kill. What about outdoors? What's kind of radius on a Thunderbeast? Like a 10-foot or something?
No, see,
so only inside.
Outdoors, if it's outdoors, it has to be a BB strike. If it's indoors, it's the action of the grenade.
Perfect. That makes perfect sense. Okay. Right on, man. I was just telling everybody we're pretty much going off Mac rules on this. The only difference is I'd like to see ace bandages out there since we're doing just the one respawn and field note until you go back. So, but everything else is gonna be Mac rules, man. So.
Ooh, somebody brought up a good point.
Colored smoke. Maybe you wanted to do something fun with that.
Yeah, I don't know, like how reserving red for our use or whatever.
Well, so like green would be like a poison smoke. Blue would be like a neutral.
Right. Well, don't give away everything right now. Okay. All right, we'll talk about this when we're not on live.
Sidebar this shit.
Yeah. All right, love you, Greg. All right, so Greg was going into some stuff that we're thinking about. like I said, man, we're trying to keep some fun things up our sleeves. And Greg started talking about some ideas that we had for different colored smokes, doing different things. So, but I digress. We will save that for another time.
Somebody brought up a good point. If we're gonna have blank fires going off, and then a thunder bee goes off, how's that can be distinguishable from a kill?
Like at nighttime, right, man.
And then this is me personally. I'm in the camp of a thunder bee isn't a kill; it's a distraction device.
Sure, I can see it as a room kill, man. The only reason I say that is because real flashbangs would fucking ruin your life in a room. I've seen it; it's terrible. So, you would definitely, you would not be in the fight for a little bit if a flashbang went off in there and you weren't prepared for it. The thunder bee, just the sound going off at night, I could totally see how that could be an issue. I mean,
or a blank fire going off next to you and you thinking it is a thunder bee.
So our blank fire guys, these guys are certified professionals, man. They're taking all kinds of courses. And we've already talked about this and going through some safety protocols. It's not like they're going to be right next to you. There's going to be an MED. There's going to be an MED for them. They're not going to be chasing you down, point blanking you with a Barrett 50 cal inside a building.
Well, I don't trust Bills that much.
I don't trust him. He told me, he said, well, it's got a, they rent that Barrett out for the range. He says, I got an EOTech on it now, but I could put like a 9-time scope on it so it'll look like a sniper. And I'm like, no, dude, just leave that EOTech on there so you can just chase people into buildings with it.
Yeah, dude. How am I supposed to quick scope with a fucking 9-time scope?
No, the blank is going to be there for ambiance. It's going to be well outside. It's going to be in a safe radius around where you're going to be playing. It's not going to be like a direct thing. If you're halfway across the field, you can definitely hear the difference when it sounds like they're shooting in your general area, but it's never, ever, ever, ever going to be a situation where it's getting that close to you to where you don't know what the hell's going on and if it was a thunder bee or not. So that might help you out a little bit. As far as, if it does come down to it and you really can't tell, just try not to be a scumbag. I'm not God. That's the whole honor system type thing. And just try to call it if you can. And if you can't, we'll just keep playing. I'm a Libra. I do enjoy long strolls on a moonlit beach. I'm just a normal guy. I like pizza. I like my beer. And that's about it, man. So I'm going to wrap this up, Vince.
Yeah.
I think
that's about all I've got.
We talked about 20 minutes, and I think we're well into an hour now. So I'm going to pull the plug on this on this vegetable, dude. So one more time, guys. Operation Dark Zone going down at the MAC. Register starts tomorrow at noon on IntrigueAirsoft.com. It's going to be July 16th through July 17th, Saturday, noon Saturday to noon Sunday, $58. Make sure you bring enough field-sustaining items out there to live in the field for 24 hours. You're not really living, guys. It's just kind of hanging out. It's only 24 hours, but it's still going to be a good time. And that's about it, man. We'll still be releasing more information as we get closer to the kickoff date. And if you guys have any questions, definitely make sure you go to the event page, .com/IntrigueAirsoft. Go to the event page there. Fire your questions away there. Or hit myself or any of the just hit me up. Leave the other guys alone. There you go. That's it. Mr. Vince, I thank you, sir, for being my sidekick on this one.
No problemo. Thank you for feeding my hunger. What's up?
What team are you going to go on, dude? What are you thinking?
We're definitely going to be running that SHD.
The agents. You're going to be an agent.
We could be running.
And I have a feeling, dude, the agent's going to fill up super quick. But, the dudes, our guys here in Kansas City, the DAG boys, you know what I mean? They're super into the gear and stuff. I feel like LMB is kind of their home, too. You know what I mean? So
it'll be a good, diverse crowd.
I hope so. I think so, man. It's definitely going to be fun for sure. So it's going to be a good time. Can't wait to get closer to it and get it going, man. I'm stoked. I know a lot of people are excited, so we will see you there. And like I said, man, more information is coming out as we get closer to it. Registration's open tomorrow at IntrigueAirsoft.com. $58. That's a steal, all right?
Boom.
Boom. All right, Vince, I will check you next time, brother. Thank you, sir.
Take it easy, man.
See you guys.